Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week. This is for mid-November 2024. You have this card that says not for you and this loyal heart card as well. So a lot of people just seem to be moving away from things that are not for them. This is a very common message right now. I mean, we are in a time of change and reinvention, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius on the 19th. I would say that a lot of people are changing, letting go of things, and all that other good stuff. The loyal heart card says that you have to be loyal to your heart. So I've been saying this to you all year, that it is a heart-based time for Taurus, and as long as you are listening to your heart and your happiness with the Ten of Cups, then you will not be steered wrong, right? You have the Chariot in your current general energies, and the Chariot can represent a victory. I really do feel like, I'm pretty sure I said this in your last reading, that it just seems to me that you are taking control of your life. I'm getting something as well. You have the Seven of Wands in your past position here, and I'm getting a message off of the Seven of Wands about like not skipping ahead. I'm not exactly sure what that message is saying, but it is popping into my head. I think what it's saying is that it's like there are certain steps. Maybe let me put it this way, Taurus. It's like you have to, if you're building something new in your life, or, if you're moving in a new direction, or maybe you're moving with the Chariot, it's like you want to make sure that you lay a solid foundation. So you want to make sure that you're not skipping over kind of like the little things, the important things that you are building upon, just so you don't build a, castle made out of sand. You want to make sure that you're building a castle made out of stone and concrete, right? And rebar. You want something that's reinforced. And so, I'm getting something about like your logical steps, or kind of like following a plan. If you're building something with this Chariot card and the Seven of Wands showing up here, even though it's showing up in your past position. So anything you're new that you are working on, I would say don't skip steps, right? Your crossing energy is a strength card. I feel like you need to realize how strong you are. The crossing energy in a Celtic cross can be what hurts you or helps you. But I feel this is more saying, like, you need to realize how much you have done. She has developed strength. She is taming this lion. It has its tail between its legs here, and it is submitting to her because she has done enough work on herself to get it to submit to her. And that's what I feel like you need to pay attention to with this strength card, is the fact that you've done enough work to, get something to submit to you. And, I think you really need to pay attention to that with the strength card. I also feel like you need to realize like that you are capable of more than you think with the strength card, because again, I kind of feel like this is strength that you already have, but you just need to see it. Next, in the area of what's on your mind, or the area of your thoughts, you have the Death card. So change, exactly what we said at the beginning of the reading. It's like, I think you just need something new and need something different. The Death card is also about like looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. He's got this white rose here, and the white rose on his banner kind of represents that, pinprick of light that chases away the darkness. And I feel like you are trying to find your inner light, or trying to find your guiding light. And, really that's pretty much all I get off of this Death card. In your foundation, you do have the Queen of Wands, which you get with me all the time, I'm pretty sure. So the Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want, really making things happen. And so I feel like it's like time to be bold, assertive, and really go for the things you want. She has this sunflower right here, and the sunflower points towards the sun, and she needs to kind of follow her happiness or her joy. And then we go up to the Death card right here. The problem is that Four of Cups. The Four of Cups could say that you've been disappointed too many times in trying to accomplish or find your happiness, but your happiness exists right here with the Ten of Cups. And the Queen of Wands says you have to go for it. The Queen of Wands also says, like, be careful of other people's opinions. She's got this black cat right here. The black cat during the times of tarot was considered very unlucky. The whole point of the card is that she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She just likes her black cat. So the Queen of Wands is about doing something without caring what other people will think. Next, in the area of the past, this is the energy of what you're moving past. You have this bee spirit, says sweet results await. You have this deer spirit, says bring a gentle touch. So there, again, I think that you've been enthusiastic, I don't know. I get an interesting energy here, Taurus. It's like you're enthusiastic about things, but it's like, imagine it's like you are here, and it's like what you want is way up here. I feel like you feel enthusiastic, and then you try to work to get results, and like I feel like you're seeing the knowledge gap that exists between like these sweet results that you desire in your life. It's like you get started on something, like let's say it's a business, you get super excited about it, but then you realize that your skills are kind of like not there yet, or I feel like they are, but there just might be more things that you have to learn, you know? Or, you know, again, maybe something has required more work than you think in the past. And I feel like you are moving past that, which is a good thing. It's like not having to deal with that type of feeling anymore. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands can represent like guarded energy, and Seven of Wands is about putting up boundaries. I don't know, I get a great sense of clarity here on this Seven of Wands as well, which is interesting. It's like maybe things have not been clear with people is what I feel with the Seven of Wands, like what your boundaries should be with people, or who you should let into your life and all that other stuff. So I kind of feel that you are moving past the lack of clarity and you're moving into a time of more clarity. You have this in the area of your very near future. You have this transition card and this request card. I think you need to ask for something with that request card. Sometimes I do think we just have to ask the universe to get something, and then we get it. And I also feel that maybe some of you already have made a wish or kind of asked for something with that Four of Cups, which we'll talk about in just a second. Definitely some sort of transition. Again, Death in the Chariot is literally a transition. Death is a transition. Chariot, he is transitioning away from the city behind him, and who the hell knows where he's going. He's going in a new direction. So I do feel you're making a transition. The Four of Cups, he's being offered this one cup right here. And the story of the Four of Cups is that he's been disappointed with what he has received so far, even though he's getting this one new cup right here. So I feel like you need to realize that, you know, you have asked for something. And it's like now you're getting it with that fourth cup reaching out of the cloud and making you an offer, but I feel like you have to accept it. So if you ask for something and you get it, you know, it's kind of giving me like be careful of what you wish for vibes. Although, you know, I think this is a good thing because we go up to the Ten of Cups right here. And so it's like you're getting something good that you have asked for, but I feel like you have to now accept it into your life. Next, in your outcome position, you have this breathe in. It says practice breath work today. You have this become aware. It says listen to the wisdom of your body. Yes, I think we all should do this with the become aware card, is we should listen to what our body is saying or what our body is telling us about, you know, certain things. And yeah, that's what I get here. Next, in the area of the next few months, you have the Page of Pentacles. Exactly what I said about learning. I feel like you, instead of like, you know, saying, oh, I'm going to start this business and realizing that your skills need to be way up here and they're not, I feel like you're saying like, okay, I can learn those skills, you know, just that simple. With the Page of Pentacles, you're realizing that a knowledge gap is not the end, right? And that's what I would do with this Page of Pentacles. I also do feel there could be new love. Not really a love reading, but you do have the Page of Pentacles and then you have the Ten of Cups. So maybe it's not a love reading because you're not meeting someone like this month, but you know, this area of the reading represents the next few months, and there definitely could be like new love coming in for you over the next few months with the Page of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. So for a lot of you, and by the way, this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. I feel like you need to look at your closest relationships, like whoever is closest to you, and see like what those relationships are reflecting back to you. And, you know, I think that will provide you with a lot of answers. I would also say that if you have felt stabbed in the back recently, that I actually feel pretty good about this. You have the Ten of Cups right after it. And Ten of Cups can represent fortune after difficulty. So if you've had relationship issues, and I'm not just talking about love, I'm talking about every relationship in your life, it looks to me like you are kind of fixing that, because in the area of the your future feelings, you have the Ten of Cups. And Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. And also a card of blessings. So there could be more blessings, or you could be receiving blessings with the Ten of Cups energy. I also feel that this could say that in the future that you are just surrounding yourself with the right people. And a lot of people seem to be focused on this right now for whatever reason. Is like, you know, I think a lot of people are going through changes. When everybody's going through changes, it kind of makes sense to me that we could all be surrounding ourselves with different people because we're all changing. And that's what I feel here. I also do feel love in the future. So again, if you're like hoping to meet a person to have a family with, or you're hoping to meet a person to be close with, then I definitely feel this could be something where you're meeting a person where that forms a very close connection. Next, in your outcome position, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is kind of like holding on too tightly to the past or staying in a comfort zone. I kind of feel this is saying that you do need to leave a comfort zone. I think all fixed signs at the end of the year here should be kind of like leaving comfort zones. I also am getting that it's not a time to play it safe. So, again, that does not mean put yourself in unnecessary risk, but what it does mean is like you need to maybe face your fears, or maybe you need to learn about the things that you're afraid of. Again, the easiest solution to fear is education. Usually we only fear things because we don't know. we know nothing about it. So I would say the Page of Pentacles is screaming education. And I think that will help you overcome your fears the most. But this might not also be fears. Again, sometimes I think we just, we develop a comfort zone, we become comfortable, and that's it. We just never leave the comfort zone. So definitely time to leave comfort zones here with that card. We're going to clarify now. With the Chariot and the Strength card, you have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles and the Strength card together, to me, represent a lot of personal development work. So I feel that with those cards, maybe you've been developing yourself, or you've been developing your personality or who you are in some way. And, again, this is really good. The Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So if you've been developing yourself, or you've been working on yourself in some way, this can say that you are going to get some results. You are going to, get some benefits from that work that you've done on yourself. I would also say that, again, this could be material success on the horizon. So if you've done work on yourself, or if you've done work in general, you could be getting more money in the future. And, again, that would be a good thing as well. With the Death card, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you need to, this is like internal focus. The whole entire reading is what I would say. I'm not calling you out here, Taurus, so don't take this the wrong way. But whenever I have a reading like this, I can't explain it other than how I feel about it, is that it's saying you need to realize that everything, comes from your center. Like everything comes from you. So it's like if you're dealing with problems with people, it might be a reflection on what's going on with you. If you're dealing with problems in work, it might be a reflection on your money habits or something like that. And again, I always tell people, it's like, yes, I totally understand that. Like, I think some of that stuff, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but some of that personal development stuff is too much like blaming the self. And I don't think we should blame ourselves or beat ourselves up or anything like that. So don't do that. But I would also say, that it might be a good time to look at those reflections so you can change it. And, this is coming from a positive perspective as well. The Five of Pentacles says you have a choice. You can focus on your weaknesses, or you can double down on your strengths. And literally the solution to the Five of Pentacles is to double down on your strengths, is to not call attention to your weaknesses. That's literally what the card represents. So, I think that, again, you're not doing this to blame yourself, you're doing this to make yourself stronger. And that is the focus that I would have. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. So we have the Seven of Wands twice right here. Seven of Wands is a good card because it really represents conviction. It can say that when you deep down inside, when you know that when you truly believe that, something in your life is going to be successful, or when you truly believe that you can, make XYZ happen in your life, whatever it is, like, whatever goal, wish, or dream you have, then when you really, really internalize it, that's when you become powerful. And again, I think this whole row right here in the middle is talking about internalized belief, like I just said a minute ago. It's like all about you changing. Really, again, there's a little bit of love here, but I think this reading is another typical Taurus, all about you reading, right? With the Seven of Wands, you have the Fool coming up in the past. I wouldn't be, don't be afraid of looking foolish. The other thing that I feel with that Fool is that you are a Taurus, and again, not calling you out, but yeah, with that Four of Pentacles, and Taurus is an inside-the-box thinker, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We need both. We need inside-the-box thinking. We need outside-the-box thinking. Again, I don't think one is better than the other, but I do feel like that Fool is saying, you need to be willing to look foolish. That's the whole point of the Fool, is that he could potentially look like a fool if he makes a mistake on his journey, or if what he let's say he told a bunch of people that he was going to start a business, and it fails. There is the risk that people will make fun of him, or people will call him out for being a loser, whatever the case may be. So with the Fool, we have to be willing to look foolish. That is a risk we have to take. But again, every successful person that exists on Earth has looked like a fool at some point, or people have told them that they're crazy or whatever. So again, be willing to look like a fool. With the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is disappointment and sadness. He's grieving the loss of something that he no longer enjoys, and he needs to turn around and see these two cups behind him, and when he does, he'll get this bridge in the castle. So fives have very easy solutions in the tarot, and again, I'm a solutions-based tarot reader, so the solution to this card is to be grateful for what you have, and to realize what you are grieving you don't even enjoy any longer, and once you do that, you will move forward. It's just that simple. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. There's too much to learn, is what I would say. The Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice and having a lot of options. So a lot of you, again, if you're noticing that knowledge gap that exists, it's like maybe you feel like there's too much to learn, but I would say we're kind of like in an amazing time right now. We have AI, which answers a lot of questions and can help with pretty much anything. There's so many things that you can do if you don't have the answers to your problems, or not even problems. Like if you're trying to build something and you need help, again, there's a million ways that you can get help. And I would definitely, do some research with this energy. Where there's a will, there's a way. Chariot. Your first card is the Chariot. The Chariot says it doesn't matter what the obstacle is. Where there's a will, there's a way. So, I think you really need to believe that with the Seven of Cups. I do also feel that, again, this could be, for some of you, I feel like someone's interested in you. I feel like you're about to find out, Taurus. Like maybe not this month, but again, definitely over the next few months. I feel like you could be finding out that someone is interested. It could be another Earth sign as well, or someone with Earth in their chart. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Sun. Really good. So again, we were talking about challenges with your connections with the Sun, or with the Ten of Swords. And I was saying that I wasn't really worried about it because you have that Ten of Cups right there. And the Sun kind of is the best card in the tarot. It makes the whole entire reading a little bit more positive. So I actually see positive changes with your connections or with your relationships. And again, we're talking about your relationship to everything. Again, this could even be your relationship to your job, or your relationship to your habits and things like that. And again, this is a deep work. I would call this a deep work reading. With the Ten of Cups, you have the World. Yeah, I feel like some of you could be moving over the next few years, or like maybe the next couple of years, and that would make a lot of sense to me. So, again, if you're thinking about moving or traveling, definitely a possibility. Chariot, the World. I also feel like some of you, it's like there could be a lot more movement than you think over the next few years as well. Like you could be entering into a time of movement, and this could be anything. Like maybe you get a job where you have to travel. Maybe you're just making a lot of moves, things like that. So I feel a lot of busyness on that World card. Obviously, it's going to be good. The World is accomplishments. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands. But yeah, it makes perfect sense with the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles really says you have to leave a comfort zone. The Page of Wands is definitely not afraid to leave a comfort zone. The Page of Wands is willing to explore. The Page of Wands, something just fell into my eye as I was saying that. But the Page of Wands says you're willing to explore, have fun, be enthusiastic. You have this purse card. It says, pay attention to your finances. I say this to everyone. I mean, I think we're in a time where I wouldn't be paranoid about it. And but really what I think the energy is that just don't waste money. I think even if you have $1 billion in the bank account, it's like, do you need another solid gold Ferrari? Probably not right now, right? And again, I don't think we should be paranoid about money or worried about money or anything like that. Mark my words, by the time we get to 2026, money will change. I've been saying this since 2016. There's going to be some sort of major change in finances. You can go back to my old lives from 2016, and that's when I started saying, maybe even sooner. I might have, whenever I first started going live, I don't even know what year that was. It might have been 2015, but I've been saying it forever. Neptune and Pisces rules things that flow, and it brings illusions to things that flow as well. I literally predicted the pandemic as well. I said that there would be a pandemic because, Pisces can sometimes be like diseases and things like that as well. And, but it rules things that flow. But Pisces, Neptune will be moving into Aries in 2026, January of 2026, and it breaks the illusion. So, any illusions that we've had around money, again, I think will be fixed or corrected. You have this parrot. It says, someone will gossip about you and all your secrets. I would say, good, let them. I love when people talk about me. It's free attention. Who cares? And Mars retrograde this year as well. Mars retrograde is notorious for gossip, but the best thing to do is to ignore it. You have this box card. It says you will receive a gift. I feel like the Ten of Cups could be a gift, like, finding your people, finding your tribe, fortune after difficulty, good stuff. You have this horse, it says short journey on it. I see a lot of movement in this reading with that world and that Ten of Cups, Page of Wands, Chariot, the Fool. These are all cards of movement. So a lot of you are going to be very busy. It's kind of funny because this is a monthly reading or a mid-monthly reading, but I kind of feel this reading is also talking about your next few years. And again, as I always say to people, it's like our life really doesn't change that much usually from month to month, right? We normally only notice big changes over years. So, it kind of makes sense. But, I feel for a lot of you, this is something that's happening over time. You have this marriage card. If you are meeting a person, definitely could be a person you marry in the future, 10 of Cups. So, again, I kind of feel like this is something that's going to be happening over the next few months, like I already said. And maybe it moves forward a little slower. Could be a fixed sign as well. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or a Capricorn with that world card. But, I kind of feel it's one of those things that just takes a little time. But overall, really good here, Taurus. I love this. So thank you for being here. And definitely enjoy your month.